and people of the kind that celebrate cows.
So I'm an upcoming artist. So, okay, I really love the polo shirt. I love the dress code.
Wow, thank you.
I don't know whether you're going out to, you have a dinner date today. I'm not sure.
Actually,
but you should share with us
the
dinner date. I know Silvio Teka might be in line.
Yeah, actually, the reason for the looks is the show.
Okay.
We come to do this kind of thing, and why would we look funny before our beloved viewer?
No,
we definitely come.
You are running away from my question, Kent, and my suggestion as well. Who is taking for dinner? Is it Grace Nabaka? It is Sylvia. I would love to know.
I think we might have to do a raffle draw.
Okay.
At the end of the show. Who takes me?
Because when you say to take the draw.
Yes. No, it's okay. But as long as it's a draw.
I would prefer. I would actually pick out Sylvia to take you out for a dinner.
Yeah. And if it were possible as well, Susan Chirumira.
Who?
Susan.
Well, Kent, it's been a long week.
Yeah, sure.
Share with us how your week has been.
Yeah. It's been a long week indeed. We did not manage to be together on Monday. Yeah. And as such, we did not manage to be with our watching family.
True.
But fortunately, we were trying to follow up on respective activities and disciplines of the world of sport. There is actually good news that is coming through. For me, I'm so much into the following of Uganda Matters University in Kozi.
Okay.
They are back into the fray today in the University League, and for me, I think that will make my week, the week that wasn't that good at the beginning.
Okay.
But of course, to the special viewers at the Ministry of ICT and the private, rather the Public Service Ministry, they are watching us, and surely it's a great piece of knowledge to know we have such a viewership.
So Sylvia is at Public Service watching us?
Actually, the week that you asked about has had lots of interactions with such persons. PSU, rather PSM, Public Service Ministry, as well as the ICT Ministry. And for that reason, they really deserve this kind of shout out.
Well, I can't say indeed you deserve it, but for me, I should say a week has been long. And I know many out there who have had a bad week, but of course, God is with us. Those who have had a bad week, just pray hard that you forget about what has happened this week and then focus on the week that is coming, starting Sunday. Kent, besides that, let's start with the rally. The Kabarega rally is on this weekend, and I'm sure that your womb is going to be involved. Maybe you just drive to
My dear, let's not lie. It's not. Scrutineering has been on. I would have done scrutineering today, but unfortunately,
maybe we were kicked out because the car didn't have the requirements. So
tentatively, yes, but of course, no. Also following forth. Yeah, the rally is on this weekend, and like I said, it would be one of those great encounters to actually accumulate points for whoever will be coming out on top of this particular season. Remember, it's only 2 events left. This event and the final event that will be the final National Rally Calendar event. So come whatever happens this particular day, or rather this particular weekend, it's going to be a major determinant for whoever will be crowned champion of the national calendar. But of course, Ruben, when we talked about the rally the last time we were here, I think it was on Friday, we did make mention of the likes of the Manvils and Canobios coming. No, they're not going to be able to be part, because when they took part in the Kenya rally, which was, I think, last weekend, they actually got a little tired. And this being a national event, it does not mark so much as would be the case with the Pearl of Africa rally, because Pearl of Africa rally falls not just within the Uganda calendar, but as well the African calendar to which they subscribe. So this kind of rally, the Kabale rally, is Kabalega rally, is maybe one kind of rally. If they wish to, they can take part of or part in, but not necessarily as an accumulation of points for them. That is the foreign drivers. Otherwise, for the Ugandan drivers, it greatly works, and it will be a great kind of fit for the likes of Sebuguzi
and Fitidis, your friend.
I know you know I like him, Susan Muwonge, and the others, as they shall be.
Yeah, for me, I think about the calendar, Kent. I always echo it here, Kent, with you, that as a young man who was growing up in the trains of Lugazi, we could watch those drivers take on each other, Emma Kata and Charlie Lubega as well, as Moses Moran, Charles Muhanji. But for me, why I always bring that up, Kent, I know you get bored one day and say, hey, Ruben. Because I fall in love with rally because of those powerful machines and powerful drivers, and I'm very much sure that Kent, come on, Kent. Let me make my point. But why I fell in love was actually the double circuit was when you had in Garuga, the double circuit sprint.
Yeah.
And I'm very sure that double circuit for me was working well for everybody who loved rally.
Definitely.
But today, yes, we love Leon Senyange.
With this whole story, you remember the bit of how the Formula One gets started? When the Formula One gets started, they all move, you know. Maybe fine, one can be in the front, the other at the back, and things of the sort.
Yeah.
But in rally, I am yet to concur with the aspect of number one goes, then give it 2-3 minutes. Number two is flagged off.
Yeah.
Number three, I just want to see that kind of chaos like we see at the Formula One, where all of them get started at a go. And then the men shall be, I mean, just like the marathon is,
No,
you all get flagged off at the same time.
There will be accidents. If you started 4, 5, 6 drivers in the same route,
Yeah.
you're going to find problems.
Of course, yes. Of
So
course,
you cannot tell me that you're going to start many cars. For me, I am very much sure that if we maintain our class of 99, 2000, 2001, we would have actually the best competition of generations. But of course, I can't. I'm very much sure and very much aware that yes, with due respect,
Yeah.
Arthur Bleak, Mafu Mafu, Charlie Rubega, rather not Charlie Rubega, Black Widow as well as Wampamba
Yes.
are good drivers.
Yeah, definitely.
But
They're
for
going to
me,
give it a good
they're
go.
Not, they're not those drivers. They're not Charles Mohanji. They're not a cheaper Adams for me, if you ask me. So I think Raleigh lost it. Raleigh don't have what we used to watch in the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah, you're right, by the way, Ruben, because truth is you cannot compare the guys we have today to the Sam Salehs, to the Chipper Adams,
Late Riaz Kuji.
the Riaz Kujis of this world, rest in peace, definitely, and so many other big names. You can't definitely compare. But of course, what we have today, we definitely have to grab and guard jealously, because this is now what we have to look to and perhaps sell out that side.
Yeah.
Come the moment they will be representing Uganda to the African continent, or probably the international continent. These are the people we are going to be talking about.
Okay. Okay, then from that, let's go to the Africa Boxing Convention that actually is taking place at Africana. Many countries have actually come on board. There are so many participants, if you ask me.
Yeah.
We have the countries like Algeria, Zimbabwe, DR Congo, Mali, Zambia, Morocco, Nigeria, and Ghana. So for me, when I talked to Salim Uhuru, the president for
Uganda Professional Boxers Association.
Yes, it actually did say that for them they are ready to host this, and actually is under their mandate. They have the security. It's going to be a good event, a 3-day event, 4-day event. So Kent, like we talked about the rallying of then.
Yeah.
Even boxers, Kent, you and I went to school the years of our time in school when Kolo was actually producing the best boxers in Uganda.
Kolo High, to be specific.
Yeah, Kolo High, yes. Today it's no more. They focus on education, they focus on football. It's not what they used to be 20, 15 years ago.
Yeah, Ruben, but you see, if we were to revisit how I wish we could actually access the archives of UBC that have pictures showing Kolo High School. The structure itself, there was a swimming pool, then the boxing gym, just across, and then of course the other facilities, the indoor facilities. Where Kolo High went to after that relocation, it's not the same kind of setup. Okay. So what am I talking about? The priority did not come as well as it was initially. So boxing kind of lost its kind of grip. But Mr. Salim Uhuru saying that they were ready, even if they were not ready, I would have expected that. Do you know why I say so? The benefits attached to this convention. No, Ruben, the benefits attached to hosting this convention are so many. They're uncountable. Because first and foremost, we are going to be able to host international championships. That is in boxing. That is African championships. We are going to be able to get a better ranking. Our boxers are going to be able to have professional bouts. The money that Uganda is going to get is going to be much more. So the hosting itself, that is Huchin, the Tunisian national who is the president of the ABU, African Boxing Union. So even the fact that merely hosting this gives us those priorities, the opening up is a great thing. I mean, Ruben, you and I have been on this show. We've talked about Cedric Babu and Dean Chibidi's Tennis Federation.
The carriers.
Remember what happened? Just a mere subscription of the previous news to the World Tennis Federation gave us a leeway. We hosted the Pro Circuit tournament. Our ranking kind of raised. Our players got a little bit of invites to play where they did not have a chance to play before. And so it is the same with this boxing convention. And you remember when he was at the airport, actually what he said, what he was saying in the background as he arrived at the airport was the aspect of how African teams are failing to give the best of boxers, but not because they don't have the best, just simply because they don't have facilities. The gyms are poor. You know, the feeding is poor.
No, but
we don't have nutritionists.
We had gyms, boxing gyms at Nachivubo around it until Ham came with his ideas of business. And then, like you say, that the location of Kolo High School actually made us lose.
Is boxing still a priority? That's the question.
Of course it is, because I'll tell you, Justin Joko, Kasim Ouma, Mugabe the Bista, Geoffrey Nyakana.
Of those times, not these days.
We had good boxers
because it was a priority. Now is it a priority? You're getting.
So what's the priority now?
You're getting
money.
You're getting Mido. No, you're getting Mido winning a bronze medal, and we are very happy about a bronze medal. When the boys go to DR Congo, come back with 2 golds, maybe 2 silver, that is not so much of a big thing. Why? Because the bronze medal was picked from the Commonwealth Games, and then this was just a mere African Games. We are not back to the standard of making boxing a priority. That is why even the men that were the stars, the Justin Jukos of this world, the Nyakanas of this world, where are they today? Fine, yes, they cannot continue boxing, but use them as icons. They should be the ones for which we look to and say, oh, these are the stars that we had. Much as we talk about them here, let them be the guys to be looked to, the guys to show off, and then boxing can be lifted to another stage.
You bring
because as Uhuru played football,
no, he's actually into Pilau
maybe Muhanji, the UBF Uganda Boxing Federation president. No, Muhanji, the Gong Records CEO, the musical man, the one who is into entertainment. He has had a bit of boxing. We've seen him going into boxing. He loves it. He takes part in it, and maybe, but when someone is merely a patron and not necessarily the kind of person we've seen actively on the pitch or in the ring for that matter, it doesn't give me the
But Kent, you don't have to play football to be a coach of football.
Yes.
Arrigo Sacchi played where, but was a successful coach at AC Milan.
Yes.
So maybe Salim Uhuru, you don't have to go to the ring and get those bouts and then be a president
now, Ruben,
of boxing.
I'll beg to give an example, if I am permitted anyway.
Go ahead, Kent. You have the floor.
Thank you so much. The best kind of mentorship, because games go with mentorship and models. The best mentorship, the best models, the best patrons are the ones that have been at it. Not a person who is giving us food at Wilson Road.
We salute you, Uhuru.
I'm not saying he's bad.
Uhuru. We salute you, and Kent will be enjoying the Uhuru rice. He's going to visit the restaurants at Wilson Road, and we know that we are going to give him more than 10. What are they called?
When I was at Ivory Plaza, I think it's a tray. When I was at Ivory Plaza, yes, it's a tray. It's a tray. It's a tray. Oh, I know what you want to say. You want to call it a welded tray by the boys in Katwe. Oh my God.
So okay, for me, but you have a point, Kent. When if I'm a boxer and I watch you, Kent, you want to go as a gold medal, let's say in Atlanta, Georgia, in the '96 Olympics, and you come here and you become the federation president.
Look at the sparring partners. Look at the Anthony Joshuas of this world, the Don Kings. They're not simply promoting something they've not been to. Look at Floyd Mayweather Jr., coached by his father, but also now into promotions. So you're promoted by Floyd Mayweather. You're like, I'm promoted by a company that has a champion, a legend. You know, that's my point.
Yeah, true that. And of course, this convention shall be composed of delegates from as many countries as 16. And I've included hosts Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, as Ghana, Nigeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Benin, Algeria, Zimbabwe, DR Congo, Mali, Congo as well, that's Congo Brazzaville, then Zambia. So we are proud that Uganda can also host such an event. And kudos goes to Salim Uhuru, the man who initiated this. And of course, we all want as stakeholders to come on board and make sure that it's a success. And from that, Kent, let's go to our favorite. Oh, my favorite. Oh, everybody's favorite. Basketball. The playoffs are here. And you take us through who plays what.
Yeah, actually, maybe for the bit of breakdown, playoffs and what does it mean? Playoffs is the quarterfinal stage of the league. The best teams are now at the quarter-final stage, and it is going to be upon this kind of level that eventually we shall see teams progressing, and as such, we shall be seeing the champion proper coming through. I was getting a bit of a chat with one of the boys, Laundry Ndikumana, and he was saying that their coach,
the big forward.
Yes, City Oilers. He says their coach is very ready for this stage, and he says they are finishing second, much as they were written off.
Okay.
Should be a great message for whoever there is in their way. That is Laundry Ndikumana. Now, just to let you...
So if you're Burundian, what would your name be? Kentimana?
What's the president's name? What's the president's name?
Nkurunziza.
Yeah, Nkurunziza.
Yeah.
Yeah, but of course, we see from in the women's category, I'll ask my producer to allow me go through this.
Yeah.
A1 challenge will be taking on Nkumba Ladies. KCCA Leopards takes on Ndeje Angels. Lady Cannons against KIU Angels, and UMU, that is Uganda Matters University, against JKL Ladies. While it's in the men's category, it's going to be mouth-watering. Betway Power will be facing off against Ndeje University. By the way, this stage of the quarterfinals is the 3-series kind of setting.
Yes.
So when you lose 2 games, you're out. If you win 1, your opponent wins 1, you have a chance to make things right in the 3rd one. And it keeps
best of 3.
Best of 3.
Okay.
Yes, best of 3. So we do.
So you said Power plays in Ndeje Angels?
Yeah, Power plays Ndeje University because Ndeje Angels is the feminine side, but Ndeje University, the plain name, is the one for the men. All right. So we have KIU Titans taking on UCU Cannons. This is serious. City Oilers against Sharing Youth, and Warriors taking on JKL Dolphins. Well, I don't know whoever made this draw. Sharing being given City Oilers was a little unfair.
Seriously,
a little unfair.
For me, I would like the University Derby Kent is what we're going to discuss more against UCU. And I'm sure that, for me, I told you Kent here, that if UCU faces a team that is serious, they don't have any business playing in the league. So for me, I strongly believe...
KIU finished 3rd, UCU finished 6th.
You see?
And yes.
And when you compare the players at KIU, Kent, Sudi Ulanga, for me, is going to destroy that UCU team.
Yeah.
The same applies to players like Mwamba and many others. So I think that the Titans have an upper hand against UCU.
They definitely do.
For the first time in 10 years, I can give it to Titans comfortably.
If the proverbial education is the key, is right, then in this case it's wrong. Do you know why? After pursuing their education, most of the UCU stars left. UCU has dropped in the basketballing world. So is education the key? In this case, it becomes the lock.
Okay.
Education is the lock. So surely speaking, Ruben, sarcastically speaking, that is the thing. And as well, surely speaking, UCU is going to face it rough against KIU Titans. I'm actually having a feeling it's going to be 2 straight wins, and it will be done and dusted for KIU Titans.
And for me, I believe that best of 3, I don't think Michael Bwangu, is it Bwanga? Yeah, Bwanga, the shot 10 guy at KIU. Then Sudi Ulanga are going to let the UCU guys, Gehakari Subran, Fadil Chuma, take run over them. So I believe, I actually was talking to Brian Tuka about the playoffs, and he said that, Ruben, yes, we love UCU. Yes, we would love to see them go to the final, but they don't have the mental strength. They don't have the proven resource to play up the final. So for me, I give it KIU, and of course, City Oilers getting a walkover. That's a walkover.
Okay, not a walkover. But it's going to be quite
an interesting. You don't make such a draw.
No, but again,
in the basketball arena.
The Pemba Warriors JKL fixture might also be another good fixture, Ruben, because JKL have been stubborn. They've been stubborn in their league.
Players, Alvin Lumanyika is one of the JKL players there.
Yes.
So he knows how is around basketball. And I believe that the 2 big guys at City Oil are going to find it difficult to mark him
contain
out. Yes, to contain him. I mean, yes, you have Laundry, you have Stephen Omonyi, but there's a Lumanyika somewhere who is a big guy, and he's stopping him.
And remember, it's 4th against 5th. Pemba Warriors were 4th, JKL were 5th. So it was just so close. It's just unfortunate that they finished 5th, that is JKL, but surely speaking, they really played some good basketball. At least they picked up
who?
Sharing.
Sharing, sorry.
Yes.
I was actually thinking that they are playing JKL. That's why I mentioned about
it is Warriors. Oh, I actually sensed it. It's Warriors against JKL. Okay. And it's, for me, one of the other fixtures to look out for.
But for me, the Warriors, only if they show up, only if they get their A game. I think if they don't come up with their A game, Yes, I know they have good players. Buzangu left to them, but they still have Saida Misi, as well as Secheville and Ronnie Mutebi. So rather, we're going to use the coach there. And they have another Stanley Mugerwa.
Stanley.
Yeah, he's also another
my good friend,
there.
Stanley.
And I know that when I always talk to our friend, Peter Tabu, the big guy, the huge guy, who is actually...
He's a former workmate. He's my former workmate when we were still at Alive Media.
Okay.
That
you
side
used to
of
with him. I remember I joke with him when it comes to the structure, to his physical, his size. And I'm like...
He should be playing
Tabu.
woodball.
Which
or bowling.
Tabu cannot do anything regarding playing. I doubt. Tabu is like you can't. If you're asked to run, like what Rich did in Turkana, you can't run, can't.
Seriously?
Unless they tell you that there's somebody who's taking you for dinner, then you can run. Anyway, again, from that, let's go to the US Open. But before going to the US Open, let's first talk about Princess Proskovia, the emotional farewell. Why did she leave the club?
There is not so much we can know, but she says she was definitely going to have greater challenges. And from the look of things, she had completed her master's in marketing, and now she's going to be pursuing a PhD where she's going. That is Sunshine Lightning in Australia. She's been in the UK for 4 years, and actually for the 4 years, she's managed to come out as 2017 MVP, as well as top scorer all seasons she's played with Loughborough, the team she's been playing with. She actually shed some tears because she said that is the team she's known, the team she's loved, the team she has been a part of, and definitely a team she will continue to be a part of, even the times to come in the future. So I think you generally want to play where it's bigger. The scene is big for her. The coach at Sunshine Lightning, where she's gone, actually the name has a bit of a similarity. This was Loughborough Lightning in the UK. Now she joins Sunshine Lightning in Australia. So the coach has always fancied her, and actually the coach of Sunshine says from as early as 2015, she watched her at the World Cup, and coming out number 7 top scorer in the World Cup. She says this is a kind of girl who can hold the ball, she can shoot and give us direction. So I've always admired her, and I'm sure we can build a team around her. I mean, Ruben, you too would love to join another kind of setting if it is a bit of a challenge. And I mean, if she's given a benefit of a master's, you know, at the university, pursuing her studies at the university there, then I think it's a very good deal. Although for some reason, the other details of this particular move and why she left Loughborough are yet to be disclosed. But otherwise, it's a new challenge for her, and she said she definitely wanted to give it a try.
She was so emotional in the interview.
Yeah.
You could see her tears are coming out, and you're like, oh, what's wrong with
this? Ruben, we've seen that. We've seen David Lewis crying as he bid farewell to Chelsea Stars. We've seen Coach Micho crying when he left the Uganda Cranes.
Why was Micho crying? Why was he crying?
Maybe
you
it was...
cry when you have done something.
No, I think it was the money.
The money.
Because it was yet to be clear.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I was wrong. I was wrong.
Because you can't, I can understand when Peace cries, because that's the teammates she has achieved with them. So why was Micho crying? I really don't think Micho should have cried. But Kent, I think we should go for this short break.
Okay.
When we get back, we shall start with the US Open, where Serena is in the final, as well as the Japanese lady, 20-year-old lady, who is also in the final as well. Don't go away.
How to buy airtime using Airtel Money. Dial *185#. Select option 2, airtime or bundles. Select option 1, buy airtime. Select for myself or for another number. Enter the amount of airtime that you want to buy. Confirm with your PIN. A confirmation message will be sent confirming your transaction.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
And we give all we've got, lay it all down for a black and a red. Yeah.
Uganda! return in yet another must-win AFCON qualifier game against the Tanzania Taifa Stars on Saturday, 8th September 2018, starting at 4 p.m. Buy your ticket now at selected Airtel outlets for just 15,000 shillings ordinary, 40,000 shillings VIP, and 150,000 shillings VVIP. Mujetulumbe with Airtel, the official sponsor of the Uganda Cranes football team.
Welcome back from that short break. Bob Kins will be joining us back in actually a couple of minutes from now to discuss the Cranes. But of course, Kent is still here with us, and as well as the score. Every Monday and Friday, 1:30 to 2:30 p.m., we are always here to give you the latest in sports. And of course, those who are watching, Will, I know you're watching. The same applies to the man at MTN Kent, at BAT, the former BAT. That is Subuga Mustanga, Emmanuel. He's also saying that he loves Arsenal, he loves Chelsea as well, and he loves your T-shirt. I don't know.
He should choose. He should. You see what I was saying? He should choose one because you can't put two
And
things.
I'll tell you, Subuga, Kent is going for a dinner. You don't have to think that his T-shirt is there. He's going for a dinner, and I'm very sure that I mentioned who and who?
Sylvia
Otieka and Grace Nabaka.
and Grace Nabaka.
But you chose Susan Chilumira.
No, I was
take
saying
you?
the draw should have the three.
Okay, the
So,
three.
so I can have.
So it's a matter of what? It's
no, it's not actually a
matter of
battle.
what?
But of course, if it's survival for the fittest,
No. You can't.
winner takes it all.
Okay. I can't. The US Open. Serena
Yeah.
Williams back in the final, and I'm sure Steffi Graf's record is actually at risk.
Yeah.
It's going to be taken over. Serena might beat Osaka. If you ask me, I'm
Yeah.
sure Serena is powerful.
I think so.
than Osaka.
Serena has come a little.
Osaka? Is it Osaka?
Yeah, Naomi Osaka.
Yeah, Naomi Osaka, yes.
That Japanese lady who is actually doing it the first time, going into that stage in the singles for a Japanese. It's not been so common a kind of scenario in the world of tennis. But of course, looking at Serena, she did play some good tennis against Svestilova, as well as beating her sister in previous stages, of the US Open for her to come to this stage. I was watching Naomi Osaka and how she beat Madison Keys in straight sets. My dear, she's a good server. She has power in her serve, and she's actually so concentrated on the game as well as on the court when she's playing. So I see a wonderful final, and probably a final that's going to have a bit of an upset. Definitely, my kind of call is a Serena victory, but I see an Osaka taking the first set, and then Serena fighting to win set 2 and probably set 3 and call it quits, or rather call it.
For me, I think they'll
to
go
her
up to
side.
5 sets. I'm thinking, Kent.
see?
I'm thinking. Because Osaka being in her first final in the US, but she's not going to give it to just give in like that. Unless Serena turns on the style and takes us 5 years ago when you could just beat somebody 2 straight. But if it's not the case, I believe Serena might not find it easy to break down that young Japanese tennis player.
It's definitely going to. Now that is Serena on the pitch. That is in her
I miss
black.
our suit. I miss the suit.
Hey, by the way, I won't say defending champion because the defending champion fell out of the tournament. The former champion was Sloane Stevens. Remember that African girl?
Yes.
Very wonderful tennis player. Unfortunately, she did not make it and lost out as well in that kind of manner. By the way, in the men's category, Novak Djokovic overcame Millman 6-3, 6-4, 6-4 to set up a semi-final encounter against Kei Nishikori. Now, that's going to be another
the Japanese,
serious one.
yes, and Nishikori. And I love Tokyo. When I watch Japanese play, my mind goes back to the Japanese players who played in Serie A, Nakata and Suzuki. They are doing a great job for the Serie A.
Yeah.
But of course, for me, I think Nishikori is not is a customer, and the Japanese are actually developing a good regarding that is
the game of tennis.
Yeah. So I believe that with them. I think you can get a surprise winner this time round.
It's very possible, and remember for Djokovic to reach the stage where he beat Millman, it was quite a tug of war for him to go past the man he faced at at the knockout stages. It was not quite a simple kind of go, and anything is possible. Anything can happen.
Okay.
So if Djokovic is not so steady, things could actually go the wrong way, because the man he beat, if I'm not mistaken, is the man that beat Roger Federer. So if at all the man that beat Roger Federer is the man you're facing, it is a great encounter, and anything of the sorts is possible. It's possible it can come through.
Well, I'm sure that for me, I have watched too much tennis, Kent. You and I have watched too much tennis that we know who can win and who cannot win. I believe that, Kent, we have had too much surprises, but of course, when you look up, anyway, I want to comment about Bobkins, but he looks so smart. Anyway, Kent, the US Open tennis, Steffi Graf's record, like I said, it's at stake.
It's on the line.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the big American woman might take it on, and that's what she would love to do.
By the way, she's come through with a bit of adjustment. Remember, her kind of attire was banned in the French Open, and so in the US Open she's come with the dress. It's more like the page girls, if no, rather the flower girls when you attend a wedding, the way they dress with a little bit of a tight inside. And I mean, Serena just looks so interesting. When you look at her, you think it's a young girl of probably 10 to 15 playing tennis. Very, very instrumental. I'm thinking this is going to be the best gift she's going to be giving to the husband, Ohanian, as well as the daughter.
Well, let's wait and see if the daughter really achieves what she loves best. That should be the win for Serena Williams. And I'm sure that Serena would love to win it for her daughter and the new boyfriend or the husband who gave her a pleasure to have a child. Like I said earlier, that we shall be joined by Bobkins of Chibo Media. That's Chibike Bobkins. Is actually here with us, very, very smart and looking so spot on. For me, I've not seen this race squad before, and I'm sure that people would actually watch and get to see what he's putting on. But away from the tennis, let's go to the Uganda Cranes proper. The game is on tomorrow at 4 p.m. Nambole gets open at exactly 10 a.m. in the morning. And of course, but the fans have got to move very early. You've got to know one thing: move early, do everything, and make sure that you don't suffocate the gates. Kent.
Yes.
Before we bring in Bobkins, are you going to play against Tanzania tomorrow? I would love to get your prediction.
Why do you love my prediction, Ruben?
No, because I've always
Okay,
asked
fine.
you to
My
tell us.
prediction is surely it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Okay.
It might actually end 1-0. 1-0 could be for Uganda, 1-0 for Tanzania. But high chances, much as I told you the previous day, there was a little bit of doubt for me. When I went to the training midweek, I actually saw the team has something to give us. So it might actually be a 1-0 or just a low-scoring game.
Well, we have the big man, the main man here, Bobkins of Chibo Media. I just love the pants. The jeans are really looking fantastic. And is it a bus coat? Or it is, what is it
It's a
called?
waistcoat.
It's a
waistcoat.
A waistcoat. And the shirt is really looking good. I don't know whether somebody's taking. Kent is going out or somebody. Are you going out as well?
We tried to go out at Nambole Stadium to see.
That will be tomorrow.
No, even today we have to
Kasiki.
to go and see the preparation and everything in good shape. And the nation will come back in the morning to let them.
Can viewers, ladies who are single, call in to actually have that, to book you for a dinner today?
Not
it's
today.
Smartness, really.
Not today.
Well, let's start with actually the Cranes game tomorrow, Bobkins. The centers are ready. They are selling the tickets. People are buying tickets. But let's focus on security. How secure are we as Ugandans?
The security has been reinforced by Uganda Police. I must assure you, for the best of my ability, the games that we now host at Nambole, police has stepped up the game, giving people, both people and their property, quality security. Even the sequence, all gates are going to be open, no congestion. There's a fun park. This will help people that access the stadium come at different intervals of the game, and this will decongest the place as it has been happening before.
Okay, we are streaming live on YouTube. You just have to go and type UBC. You get us live as Bobkins talks about the Cranes and the game tomorrow. Kent?
Yes. I actually wanted to affirm with the big man, that is Bob Kins, because I actually happened to attend that press conference where we saw the commander of Kampala, police, as well as the spokesperson of Kampala Metropolitan, Luke Oyesigire, affirming that indeed security was one of the big things they were placing their attention to.
Well, and for me, Bob Kins, the tickets, because Ugandans always come out and say we bought counterfeit tickets, we've been given fake tickets. So the city centers, okay, the shops that you gave advice to sell the tickets, how are we going to come out this issue of counterfeit tickets and fake tickets?
The shops, I might tell the Ugandans, it has been quite a phenomenon areas that's where we sell our tickets. These are not new locations. Buy tickets from recommended outlets of FUFA, the Federation of Uganda Football Associations, where they have recommended to buy your tickets. Don't go to buy a ticket anywhere in the city, just buy to our recommended outlets.
Okay.
We guarantee you tickets can't be forged. The tickets can't be forged on our outlets. And our fans of the beautiful game,
yes,
we promise you to the best of our ability that the match will be epic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bobkin says that the match, we must win the game. And it's actually shared it with us as UBC, our family, and as well as Uganda at large. That with Kibo Media and FUFA, that partnership took us to the first AFCON. Those who remember very well.
Yeah,
and
sure.
salute Kibo Media for that. And then the next, today AFCON.
Today AFCON, yeah.
Today AFCON, kweli.
Today, I guarantee that our theme and our preparations, we are quite solid in terms of the team technically. So many glitches were brought to anomalies, like the government chipped in to subsidize costs for our fans and to motivate the players. That was really good. And I might say, we're in good shape.
Okay.
You're the 12th player. Come at Nambole Stadium tomorrow. Gets open at 10 a.m. Uganda shine again.
Okay. Kent,
yeah, actually, Mr. Bob Kins has just given me this to share with you that is watching us. Tickets went on sale as early as late Wednesday this week. And the selling points are Airtel UG outlets, City Oil, Shell, Total, Gapco Bench Wanuka, Kobil, City Shoppers Mukono, and FUFA House in Mengo. So just in case you can reach any of those places, you can be sure to pick yourself a 15,000, 40,000, or 150,000 ticket. That is general, VIP, and VVIP.
But Bobkins, I've always had friends complaining about the VIP and the VVIP, that they're the same, they're the same actually. So how do we differentiate between the VVIP and the VIP? What's the difference?
The VVIP seat, you see those red seats within that arena, and two, the VVIP ticket has a component of hospitality in the stadium in the half time.
Hospitality is what?
Hospitality, those are refreshments and some
give us only water and
no. And water is just a sponsor. You see Renzori, that should be component of it's a component of a VVIP. It is there, but in the breaks, we spice up the game.
Okay. The VVIP is actually 150. But of course, the team is ready. I'll tell you about the Tanzanian team that has Manula from Simba. They have Beno Kakolanya, that's from Yanga, as well as Muhammad Abdurrahman from JKU. Defenders Hassan Kesi from Ghana Devils. They have Abdul Banda, Baroka South Africa. David Mwantika from Azam. They have Ali Sonso from Lipuli FC. Paul Ngalema from Lipuli as well. Then they have Gadiel Michael from Yanga. Kelvin Yodan from Yanga as well. Andrew Vincent Dante. Dante considered goal A7 against Germany, and he calls himself Dante. If Dante plays tomorrow, Kent, they might not concede, but conceive goals. Andrew Vincent Dante, then Agri Morris. But again, the Ghana team, for me, we don't have strikers, I should say. I don't think Sentamu and the man from Tanzania.
Emma Okwi.
Emma Okwi, have the audacity to give us the goals we
No,
want?
believe in the boys. Believe in the boys. Like I told you, I've been to their training midweek, and from the kind of system that we are going to be playing, it looks like the game is going to be building up from the midfield. Where you have the Farouk Mias of this world. It's definitely going to be building the Saddam Jumas. It's going to be building from the midfield and then getting into the forward, for which you can definitely believe. But Emmanuel Amunike, the Nigerian coach, who is the Tanzanian coach, or I would say the Nigerian Tanzanian coach, says he's out to prove to Uganda Tanzania is a big hurdle to go upon.
But this is an East African derby, and Uganda has always beaten Tanzania, Kenya, and the others around Ethiopia, Djibouti, Burundi. They have always considered from 3 to 6 goals.
The last time Tanzania beat us, Ruben, if I'm not mistaken, it was a 1-0, a 2-1, sometime which I'm not so sure which kind of tournament it was. But we actually come on. But we don't have to look down on them as minors, because anything could come through. But as advantage top table leaders, we definitely have to manifest our top table leadership and perhaps come out with a victory.
Bob, Kibo Media has come with an arrangement of actually the gates. If I come from Mukono, which gate can I use? Or if I have my ticket for the ordinary ticket, which gate can I use, and how best can I enter the stadium?
We tell all fellow Ugandans and fans of the beautiful game of football, the first category of ticket that goes for 15,000. It accesses Nambole Stadium on the northern gate, the eastern gate and the southern gate. The northern gate is the one that is the side of Mukono. The eastern gate is the side of the Joka Hotel, and then the southern gate is the one that's in the side of Kasokoso. The 15,000 ticket that accesses you to the stadium has 3 gates, and tickets read gates and entrance as well to the stadium. So the other category, the VIP and the VVIP, access the stadium through the main gate, plus the journalists. So we call up all Ugandans, respect the gates where you're supposed to enter from, and we're trying to improve each other day. That these matches that are played almost come concurrently. From this game, we have another game on 11th of October. We have another one in November as well. So, to the best of our ability, with the Federation of Uganda Football Associations, that's FUFA, we're trying to map up all loopholes that our fans they've given us feedback. We are trying to put it well so that we make it the beautiful game, and really love it as well.
So Bobkins, there's a scenario of a 15,000 ticket bearer driving, and access to parking is probably the one towards the main gate, but then their access as individuals is the other side with the gates that we described. How is it going to be to avoid that confusion?
The ones that access the parking area, the parking lots, have parking stickers. So even if you have a ticket of 15,000 and you have say you're saying you have a car, you cannot access the stadium. We have areas that we are breaking off. We are breaking off those who don't have parking stickers to move forward. So at the end of the day, one cannot access a certain point X minus a parking sticker. Yes.
So that's okay, that's good. For those who would have, go there early, drive early to Nambole and make sure that you get your parking. If you have a parking sticker, of course, like Bob said, you are always going to find parking. But Boss Haruna in Weogerere asks, do you have complimentary tickets here to give away, or we don't have?
For the big network of UBC, we have the tickets to give away. We cannot leave Ugandans without accessing some bit of...
Boss Haruna, if you can tell us on our Facebook page, that's the score on UBC TV, give us 4 players who are going to be part of the game. If you get it right, then you win yourself a ticket. If you can't get it right between now and 2:30, then you've not won a ticket. Bob, before we go into our final remarks, Kent echoed something which I actually looked into. If you give me my parking sticker and I lose it, I have my VVIP ticket. Can't I access the parking?
You are a VVIP that is going to come on a border.
Oh, that is harsh. The Igwe, charge.
I know it can't be a Igwe that misplaces, or you get back to us or to the federation,
Okay.
and we solve that situation.
Oh.
You can be a very, very important person, and we sort out that. But like Kent and Ruben access the stadium, there's safe border, there's text file.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
But we don't have safe border anyway. So.
By the way, I've come to think about it. If I lost my ticket now, is there a way I can have help from FUFA? Because
Which FUFA?
is there because I'm wondering, is there a replica version of a ticket?
No,
in that if I lost it,
no,
You
no.
just go and buy another one.
That's why I tell
Wow.
you need some lessons as
bookkeepers.
as
Leona,
presenters
Stores management.
Oh,
to
no.
give to the viewers the information that is worth the Ugandans.
Go. Anyway, Abob Kid, your final remarks.
My final remarks I pledge all Ugandans to come watch the beautiful game of football, a game that is most watched across the world and in Uganda. Very high investment this time. Our new coach, come and see the players. They are all in a good shape, technically right. The stadium is in good shape. It's a good qualifier game. It's a stunt game. It's a derby for East Africa. Come shine Uganda tomorrow at 10 a.m. Nambola Stadium. Tickets go for 15,000. The first one, the general ticket. The VIP goes for 40,000. And the VVIP goes for 150.
Okay.
It's our Uganda. It's our nation. It's our game.
Yes, Bob says that go and get your tickets. Please, just go and get one because the game is on tomorrow at 4 p.m. And Kibo Media and the FUFA actually are having, they're saying that let's be the 12th player. Let's go and support our national team and let's raise our flag high. Kent,
Yes.
the weekend is here.
Yeah, sure. We're going to be catching up with Uganda, Tanzania, that particular game.
Yeah.
And of course, for the rest of the games that are coming in the UEFA Nations League,
Yes.
which has been introduced as a way of killing the friendly format. Well, I'll definitely catch up with some of those. But the first one is the match tomorrow.
Okay.
And of course, Kasiki, Ivory Coast, Uganda, in the beach soccer.
Okay.
Sand beach.
How about your dinner tonight?